If you have lived in Colorado long enough or you listen to our 9 News Weather Impact team, you know better than to take an afternoon flight in the summertime or maybe even book a big outdoor party.
In the afternoon in the summertime. Senior meteorologist Chris Bianchi is live at DIA. And Chris, you can book an afternoon flight as long as you don't mind delays, as you proved the last time you booked an afternoon flight.
Yeah, I kind of made fun of myself for that, Phil. You're exactly right. I booked a summertime flight and I got delayed, but we always preach that. But I want to kind of get into a little bit of the details about how the airport works, and no better man to do that than help me out explaining how the airport works, how it works through 24/7 active weather. Joining me now, Assistant Director of Airport Operations, Mike Carlson, who, by the way, retiring at the end of the month. Congratulations after 34 years, hard work going back to the old Stapleton Airport. Mike, we've got busy weather right now. We have some 40, 45 mile an hour winds. We are on a ground stop. Before we get into how you guys manage all that, start off with explaining to me, and I'm just going to hold the mic to you just because with all the wind going on, what exactly a ground stop is and how that affects your operations.
So ground stop basically shuts, it depends. If it's a local ground stop, nothing's leaving. If it's a ground stop for external airports, nothing's coming in. Right now we're just in an arrival delay. Delays up to 30 to 45 minutes, but we're not currently in a ground stop. As you can hear, aircraft still moving around here.
And I think when people think they hear ground stop, they go, oh boy, the airport's shut down. That's not necessarily the case, right?
Not necessarily the case. It really depends. It can be departures or arrivals.
And by the way, all the planes going on behind us that you see us, these are getting ready to go take off right now. So as you were saying, Mike, airport operations continue here. I want to get into details about what you do. So we have 6 runways here at Denver International Airport. We get all sorts of weather. It's erratic. It comes and goes very quickly. How do you adjust, for example, today with these 40 to 45 mile an hour winds? What are you doing to account for that?
You know, my team is out and about driving around, just making sure that the airfield is safe. You know, with the winds and whatnot, it can pick up trash and start blowing trash around. Trash and airplanes don't mix. So my guys are out. There goes one driving up the taxiway right now as we speak. We're just out inspecting the airfield. If it did start raining, we issue notice to airmen that the airfield is wet so that they can prepare as they're departing or arriving. Look for wet conditions. But for the most part, we are just kind of out and about driving around.
And final quick question here, lightning, right? That's obviously a big hazard. We're on an open tarmac. How do you account for that?
When the lightning gets within 10 miles of the airport, we will send out a notification, and any city and county of Denver departments get that notification, and they'll pull anybody inside if in fact they're out and about working. The airlines handle their own lightning systems themselves, and so they will pull their ramp crews in, and if an airplane lands and the ramp crews are pulled inside, the airplane's just going to sit there until they can come back out.
It's the subtle stuff, right? It's the subtle stuff that you don't think about necessarily when it comes to the things that keep Denver International Airport safe. So, Kim and Phil, it's, you know, things as simple as picking up trash on a runway so that way an engine doesn't ingest trash while taking off. It's those sorts of small things that make all the difference that keep you safe as you take off.
Don't you know it? And it's that takeoff and landing that we should be most worried about, right?
And landing.
Make it safe.
Chris, thanks.